no more, my Lord, no more, my Lord. Lord, I'd never turn back no more. I didn't put no title because I don't want no Trump supporters coming and making me, I don't even have the energy today. Lord, I'd never turn back no more. Oh. Oh. Ah. 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 Where's the water bottle? Choke this bottle. How, man? How? How, Sway? How? Oh, y'all want to hear the welcome song? We welcome you to Periscope. Welcome you to Periscope. Welcome, where we're touching hearts, teaching truths, transforming lives. We welcome you. We welcome you, dude. We welcome you to Periscope. Yay. Hi, hallelujah. Happy day. Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh, man. Man! Ah! Ah! Donald Trump is the president, man. What? Those words just came out of my mouth. Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America. Donald Trump is the president. The president-elect. You know what I mean? Let me tell you what I underestimated. How many people was not voting for Hillary Clinton? Okay? I underestimated how many people was like, Hillary Clinton no. I mean, they were like, no. Scott Williams is in here. Black Republican for Trump. He said like 13 to 15 months ago that Trump would win this election. And I was like, man, please. Okay? 13 months ago, he said that. And I thought this man was crazy. Until last night. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what. In general, after 8 years of presidency, the country will flip, right? President Bill Clinton's indiscretions lead you to upright, religious George Bush, okay? 8 years of dumb Bush leads you to brilliant Obama, okay? Obama, who is black and welcoming and open and progressive, leads you to white people being like, nah, we just want it back to the way it used to be. Donald Trump said he grabbed white women by the pineapple, and white women went in there and voted for him. Okay? He managed to insult everybody in America except white men. Muslims, Mexicans, black people, and at the end of it, white women, and they still voted for him. I mean, when I was watching CNN last night, she got blown out in states, okay? It looks like she wins the popular election, right? But as far as like Georgia, boy, she got killed. As far as electoral college goes, and let me tell you another thing. This is just a stream of consciousness. My thoughts. So many statisticians, poll people. I mean, these people had it so wrong. I mean, poll statisticians, exit polls, all y'all was wrong. And Brian Karn. All y'all was wrong. Poll people, Brian Karn, pundits, CNN, everybody was wrong. Brian Karn, back to the drawing board. I mean, big wrong. People are saying a lot of things. I'm going to address my thoughts. Be mad or whatever. This is how I really feel. How much damage can he really do? You want to find out? Let's find out together. He in there now. You want to find out how much damage he can really do? He appoints the Supreme Court justice. Supreme Court justices are Supreme Court justices until they resign or die. He will be gone long time, and those decisions will last. You want to know how much damage a president can do? President Bill Clinton introduces the crime reform bill. Okay? He's only in office for 8 years. Okay? How many years of damage did that bill do? Generations! Generations of damage. 3 strikes bill. Mandatory sentencing. Truth in sentencing. That's a lot of damage. 1 minute of sex, okay, can give you a child. It's a lot of damage. or a STD, it's not going to be great, Scott. The Republicans have the White House, the House, and the Senate. Okay? Okay? Now I'm going to say something that's going to offend a lot of church folks. Okay? Because, and this is why. God still sits on the throne. Yes, I see a lot of that. Y'all mad? Y'all don't trust in God? Okay. God has sat on the throne from the beginning of time. Okay? Who was on the throne during slavery? God. During the Reconstruction, post-slavery, Jim Crow, Civil Rights Act. God always been on the throne and people been wicked the whole time. Okay? I'm not afraid of God. I'm afraid of people. God gave people free will. God sits on the throne through police brutality. You can still be afraid. I know God is not giving the spirit of fear. I know, I get it. But can I have a day to be like, dang? Why y'all can't let me be like, dang? Yes, I still love God. Yes, I still believe in God. I'm still sad. God sits on the throne when I get pulled over, when I get stared down. Yeah, he always sits on the throne. I know that. Whew. The funny thing about it is there's this picture of Donald Trump when he won and he's sitting there like this. And it looks as he's like, dang it, y'all really went ahead and voted me in. I mean, y'all really did. It looked like he like, I never knew. I never knew. The Dow Jones dropped over 700 points to its low since 9/11. The worst part about Donald Trump winning is that the House and the Senate are also Republican. See, when Obama won, the Democrats didn't have control of the House or the Senate like Trump will have. So when Obama tried to introduce stuff, Republicans shoot it down, filibuster it, basically block stuff, get in the way. Okay? But Republicans, they don't have to get in his way. And for all these people moving to Canada, y'all don't got first and last month's rent to move across the street. Okay? Let's just be honest. Do you have first and last month's rent to move across the street right now? No, you don't. Because most people in America don't live where they want to live and don't have money to live where they really want to live, including me. I want to move downtown LA. I don't even have the money to do that. I ain't got first and last month's rent to move downtown. We ain't going nowhere. Y'all ain't going to nobody's Canada. Like Canada ain't racist. Ain't got no passport. Ain't got a job prospect in nobody's Canada. Can't name 5 cities in Canada. Name 5 cities. Toronto. Where Drake from? Toronto. Oh, okay. Toronto. Winnipeg. Okay. Ottawa. Okay. Calgary. Vancouver. Y'all don't even know how Canada's states and stuff is named. Canada got all kind of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Y'all don't even know. Ain't been to Canada. All these people talking about moving to Canada ain't been. You have not been to Canada. How How many people have even been to Canada talking about I'm moving? Ain't been once. I lived next door to Canada for 13 years and went like 8 times. 8! And I lived across the border from Canada. I'm going to Canada. Where? Where? Like Canada just wants us. Can I stop yelling? No! No, I can't stop yelling. I feel like yelling. So that's what I'm going to do. Yell. Ah! Turn the volume down or turn the broadcast off. I feel like yelling. I want to yell. So I'm going to yell. I'm mad. Want me to whisper? No! That's what my whispers sound like today. By the way, these are the 95 shirts I designed. I don't feel like promoting today, but I will. It's a 95 with a K through it and a circle. 95% of the people will support you. We are the 95. Hillary kind of went out like a sucker last night, too. Keeping it a bean. You knew you was going to lose last night. You grin and bear it. And you say I lost last night. I don't want to hear it. We going to wait till the morning. No. No. You lost last night. I knew you lost last night. You knew you lost last night. You should have took it on the chin like everybody else and went out there and said I lost. And do what presidents do. Or people who want to be presidents do. And you concede on the night of. You had time to call him. Walk your behind back on that stage. Y'all go home. No. You tell all the people that sat there and cried, we lost. She won't be back in 2020. She is done. Done. I know her face was messed up, makeup all. Go on out there, wipe your face off, go out there with no makeup, and take that L. You gotta go out there just like my kids when they lose basketball games and soccer games. You go shake hands. You lost. And she's done in the political atmosphere. D-U-N. Nobody ever runs for president and loses and gets to run for president again. I don't know how you could vote her in after she lost to Donald Trump. You know, I was thinking, well, Trump's going to be a one-term president. Look, I didn't think Trump was going to win. I thought either of them would be a one-term president. I don't know now. I'm already prepared that Donald Trump is 8-year president. What do I know? They said Obama was going to be a one-term president. If people are still mad, they still going to be mad. You going to throw Elizabeth Warren up there? Bernie Sanders probably had a chance. Bernie Sanders supporters did not vote for Hillary. They either didn't vote or they voted for Jill Stein or Gary Johnson. And for those of you who say voting for the third-party vote don't count, it does. Because splitting the vote is the same thing as voting because you're not voting. Here's what Trump had. Okay, Hillary had apathy. She had more people voting against Trump than voting for her, including me. Trump had supporters. Okay, and what supporters do is vote no matter what. Apathy ain't gonna win, as you can see. It does count voting for Johnson. Let me tell you why. In Florida, where Hillary lost by like 130,000 votes, I think, Gary Johnson and Jill Stein accounted for 200,000 votes. So if those 200,000 people voted for Hillary, she would have won. So it does count. If you were voting for Gary Johnson or Jill Stein, a lot of time, or not voting, you're really voting against. You're not voting for. But Trump supporters were voting for Donald Trump. They bought into the message. They bought into Make America Great Again. He aligned with what they're thinking on business and trade and all that. And Hillary people were just like anyone but Trump. All that IDK, not Trump though. All that splitting the votes. Hillary was down big in Utah to an independent person. She came back and beat him, but he won alive. I forget his name. But she was getting smashed early on. And Trump supporters came out and said, Trump. Maybe they lied on those polls or exit polls or whatever. Maybe they looked over their shoulders, but they voted for Trump. Evan McMullen, thank you, Chief Levi. They voted for Trump, far and wide. White men, white women, millennials, black and Hispanic. Everybody was voting. Wasn't only white people, guys. Wasn't only white people. It was overwhelmingly white people, but it wasn't only white people. Yeah, so Hillary's done. Donald Trump is in for 4 or 8 years. God still sits on the throne, and it still sucks today. Scott asked me what policies I'm against for Trump. Here's the thing. I'm more afraid of what Trump represents. The only policy he really talked about stop and frisk. I'm against that. I don't know how you feel about it, Scott. Okay, when asked about, I forget the question, but he's like, we need to put stop and frisk back in. They were like, stop and frisk was, yeah, they're talking about New York. Well, stop and frisk worked, and they're like, but it was unconstitutional. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. So that's one policy. Business-wise, we seem to think Donald Trump's going to be a great businessman. Remains to be seen. Trump has had a lot of businesses, but that doesn't mean you're a great businessman. Okay? What I'm more afraid of is the people that Trump empowers as far as race in America goes. Okay? Send Mexico back to Mexicans. All Muslims are terrorists. All the blacks live in inner cities. Stop and frisk works. The other thing that Trump did is he destroyed the whole political machine. Republicans created him, and they could not stop him. Donald Trump ain't paid taxes, lost $1 billion in a year. I don't know that I mean, how many businesses has he had that succeeded versus how many he has that has failed? Trump Steaks, Trump University, which he has he's going to trial for Trump University, I think, either this month or next month, for fraud. Apparently he has a rape trial. I don't know if that's even true. I've been hearing that a lot. He's got a rape trial set next month or this month. I'm not sure which one's which. I don't even know if that's true. And you know what? Who voted for him by and large? Evangelical Christians, white and otherwise. So know that. Your pastor voted for him too. More than likely your pastor did. Yeah, he did. Oh, your pastor. Oh, your pastor said, I don't want no gay marriage. And I don't want no Roe v. Wade. And your pastor voted for him too. A lot of your pastors did. A lot of Christians vote Republican because they cannot abide gay marriage and abortions. And generally Republicans are staunch on gay marriage and abortion, and that's usually the dividing line between a lot of Christians, black and otherwise. You know, I felt bad for Donald Trump's son, Barron. I think he's 10 or 11 years old. He was on the stage last night, and that baby was exhausted. Thank you, Scott. I still want to have you on Ask a Blank Guy. But his 10-year-old was on there like, whew, he was trying not to fall asleep. And I felt so bad for him because I can't imagine my kids up at 3 in the morning. JoJo would have been like, man, I don't care if my dad is president. I am exhausted. Win and talk about it tomorrow. And they made fun of him. Some people made fun of him on social media, and I don't like that, man. Look, Barron Trump is 10 years old. He did not sign up for this. He did not sign up for that. That baby it's 3 o'clock I was tired, and it was 12, my time. 11, I was really mad at CNN. I was like, if y'all don't call this election, I got to go to work tomorrow. She lost. Call it. She lost. I know my kids would have been like, Dad, you can go on that stage by yourself. Take me to the bed. I also didn't know Donald Trump had so many kids. He had 5 kids by 3 women. Usually I didn't hear anything of that. I feel like other candidates, you would have heard, what kind of family man is this, and blah, 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 blah. I remember when they came out, I was like, bro, Donald Trump got children. And his sons look weird as crap. His older sons, Barron, cool. Donald Trump's older sons look weird, like evil skulls. They look like they're wearing the purge mask without the purge mask. Like, why y'all look Igbo? Barron looked cool, and he was a baby, and he's tired. He did not sign up for this. What is we gonna do, y'all? I woke up this morning sad, but guess what? I'm still overweight. I didn't even work out this morning. You know how easy it is for me to not work out. I was like, Trump's president. My body ain't gonna matter no way. And I went to McDonald's. I'm keeping it a buck. I got a caramel frap. I needed something to feel better. I got breakfast burrito. I took my kids to McDonald's. I know I ain't supposed to be eating it. I didn't work out. I needed something. Ken, you should have gave in. I ate pizza last night. I was drinking all kinds of juice with high fructose corn syrup. I stressed. I'm eating bad today. I'm ordering ribs. All the carbs will be eaten today. All the carbs. Sodas, candy. Today is over. That's canceled. I'm about to get back on my jokes. It's over now. I mean, guys, at this point in life, you got to move on, and you got to live your life. Crying about it. I'm not a person to just stew over stuff. It's not my personality. I voted. I lost. My mortgage is still due. I'm still a good 20, 30 overweight. I was lying to myself. I was looking in the mirror like, oh, I look cool kind of today. A friend of mine snapped me in a meeting when I was relaxed, and I looked at my body and I was like, oh, that's what other people see? I'm out of shape. I'm out of shape. It's the truth. Okay? The 95 shirt, 95% of people will support you at anything you do. The 5% will distract you. Focus on the 95. No, we don't do sackcloth and ashes. I'm back to my grind. I'm going to be posting funny videos. I'm moving on. I'm moving forward. Just one word. Yeah, there's a K behind it. I never make any of my clothes with anything related to KevOnStage, but it's hidden. So, anyway, you just got to move on, guys. I sure miss I take George W. right now. I take George W. in a heartbeat. I take GW. He was funny, at least. Donald Trump, he toned it all down during the concession speech, though. He toned it all down. My kids were like, what was his victory speech? I mean, his victory speech, not concession. He was like, we're a country for everyone. I'm going to reach across the aisle. I was like, what happened to build the wall? And also, somebody yelled, kill Obama during his victory speech. And I was just like, make America great again, right, guys? Make America great again. But hopefully he's another politician who just says what they got to say to get elected and then is a different person. Because his victory speech, you wouldn't have thought it was the same person. They took his Twitter away from him, and he looked like a regular politician the last week or so. Wasn't nothing, and credit to Donald Trump for that. Those last 2 weeks, when Comey released the email which I don't know how much. It couldn't have helped Hillary. Nobody knows how much it hurt her, but it couldn't have helped. But the last 2 weeks, he shut up. No missteps. He shut up. They took his Twitter, and he won. So anyway, I'm on the 405. Whatever, guys. See you tomorrow. God bless you. God keep you. We'll see you at the conference.